Maimonides and his teachings were in the 13th of 14 books, 13th of the 14 books. We're learning the laws of rentals, laws of when someone is a guardian for things. So when a person rents a donkey to lead it through the mountains and instead leads it through the valley, he is not liable if it slips, even though he went against the intentions of the owners. It was harm due to the heat. The rental is liable because going up the mountains wouldn't be heat, right? In other words, when you rent something, if it's with an understanding you're renting it for something particular, that's what you rented it for, right? If you said it's for the mountains and for the valleys and it's for the hot and the cold, so then, fine. But if it was rented with this understanding and you did something that was not part of the agreement, then you'd be liable. That's the point over here. But in the case of mountain is more treacherous in a valley, right? So if a mountainous, you're not liable because you would slip there. Right. So it's not a deviation of the contract. If you rented it to lead it through a valley and instead leads it through a mountain, he's liable if it slips because one is more likely to slip on a mountain than in a valley. If it is harm due to heat, the renter is not liable since valleys are warmer than mountains because there is a wind blowing on the mountains. If, however, it becomes overheated due to the effort of climbing to the heights, he's liable. Similar laws apply in analogous situations. Similarly, if he rents a cow to plow on a mountain and plows it in a valley, the renter is not liable should the cylinder of the plow breaks. The owner of the cow may sue the workers who did the plowing. Well, that's interesting. The mountain is generally assumed to be rockier and more difficult to plow than a valley. A mountain's going to be rockier. So if you rented it for that, and the owner knows you're renting it for that, so he's giving it to you to do that. So the cylinder is going to, right, more likely to break. So in a valley where it's less likely, it's not as mountain, it's not as rocky, right? Yeah, of course, this is a general principle, right? You can have valleys that might be more rocky than a mountain. So that's everything is possible. We're talking about as a general principle. Okay. Similarly, if the renter did not go against the owner's instruction and the cylinder of the plow broke, the owner of the cow may sue the workers. If you rented it to plow in a valley and instead plowed on the mountain, the cylinder of the plow breaks, the renter is liable. The renter may sue the workers. So there's three parties over here. There's the renter, the owner of the plow, the renter of the plow, and the workers. So the workers might have been negligent, and therefore, but the renter is responsible directly to the owner because he did something not in the agreement. Okay. What is ruling regarding the workers who break a plow while plowing? They must pay. Who must pay? The one who holds the utensil while plowing. If, however, the field has several plateaus, they share in the liability for the cost of the cylinder, both the person holding the guiding pole and the person holding the utensil. Okay. I'm gonna have to stop here. Sorry. Keep it posted on everything. God willing, there should be. I can't. I don't know for sure certain that there's going to be a class tonight at 6:30 because we have a Hanukkah event. So it may not work out.
Yeah, we have ours in town.
You have yours, yeah. So it may not work for a class tonight. Let's be in touch.
Thank you,
Okay.
Rabbi.
Thank you, Rabbi.
God bless you.